the world of YouTube, true crime, site, and everything else. Stepping aside from the true crime. And past couple days, I've been farting around with some leather. Of course, my father passed away in early January, and the only thing I took from my father, which he had a lot of stuff, was his leather tool chest. I have been doing some touring around with rockers, and as everybody knows, the terrible sight vest I made, if you hadn't seen it, well, my father was the one who cut them rockers. Kind of screwed him up a little bit, but I left him because he couldn't see well, but he wanted to take upon to do it, and I let him. No big deal. I put him on my vest anyways, and on it to him. I mean, I loved them when I seen them. I mean, even though they were a little cut, crooked, or whatnot, I didn't care. I literally had a person tell me, and I think I've said this before, but he asked me if I got the vest from a Harley shop. I don't know, man. I said, I made this myself. He's looking at me with two heads, and he says, so you got it at a Harley shop? I'm like, no. I swear to God, this guy, I've known him for years. And it was like he couldn't believe, I made that. I had a guy at Walmart the other day come up to me and say, well, what do I need to know? I had another guy, mind you. And I don't know, I think this guy might have been like bonded somehow to a biker group. Because he saw my vest and he's, literally had attitude, mind you. And this was like a few months ago. And over there saying, what's that? What does that mean? I'm like, what? I turn around, I'm like, what? I heard him yelling at me, what's that mean? I'm like, what do you mean, what does it mean? I said, the patch. I said, oh. And I think he was talking about the, YTC patch I made. And actually, the guy who asked me the other day, he was asking me, what does that YTC mean? So to both of them, I'm like, hey, YouTube channel. And the other guy, though, he was, the first guy was really being, I could tell he was being real, like effing D-I-C-K attitude, boy. So I've been waiting, I might have mentioned this in the video, but whatever. But I have been waiting for some bikers to come up and say, what does that mean? Because, people do that. And, of course, you better have a reason or a meaning of your... I watched a video because I know someone that has joined the Rough Riders, which they are, and I met one of the presidents, mind you. Pretty damn good, cool guy, And of course, if anybody knows or don't know, you'll know now, and I think I have mentioned this before, but I tried to join the Hells Angels. And I'm not going to go over the rules. And I might have said it, but, the rule was, and I just wasn't into it. So, with that being said, I do respect them. And in ways I have to, because I knew people when I was a kid. A guy named Benny. And that's all I'll say. He might have passed away, or has passed away, but the only thing I can say about him is where he wore his colors. And the only thing I'll say is that he had hearses. And I mean, yeah, I'm sure it was for fallen, you know, Brotherhood members that got the last ride in them hearses, but that's what I think he dealt in. And back in the day, I didn't understand it, but now that I think of it, that I'm older, it's like, yeah, I think he might have been like, the chapter runner when they pass on, or whatever happens to their fallen brothers. And then there was another one that my father recently told me last year, and I figured it out because I was going over some old 8mm film on the projector. And this guy was at my brother's birth back in '66. I think my brother was born. And he was like in a friggin' suit and he was dancing around like Charlie Chaplin. And I did put the video up because it's old and everything, and I like putting up history on my channel. But you'll see him dancing around if you ever come across it. And then he stands next to my mother and my brother, and I honestly believe that this very dear close friend, because not only, I don't think I got to meet him, because I think he might have passed away before, or maybe when I was younger, yeah, because I think he might have been passed away around, like maybe I was probably 1 or 2, I want to say, because when I did start getting older and understanding things, I realized he wasn't around. They were always talking about, the family was talking about their father, or the wife was talking about Jimmy. And it was Jimmy Wallace, and he had joined the Hells Angels from the Air Mass chapter, Shirley Air Mass. And very close to that family I was, and still is. Not the younger generation, I didn't get to meet them, but what the hell, what the hell can you do? But anyways, I was thinking, of course, my look and my biker's personic look, because I mean, I consider myself a heavy metalist. And, people like Zakk Wylde and Guns N' Roses and, bands like that back in the 80s, Metallica used to wear, your jean jacket, vest leather jacket. It was all the heavy metal, scene. Although when I did go to 9th grade and I had all my heavy metal pins on my vest, and I had patches, and I still have one patch that I'm thinking I'm going to get me a jean jacket and put that sucker back on, because I had saved my No Rest for the Wicked patch of Ozzy Osbourne that goes on your back, and I put snaps on them. Oh man, did my father get pissed. Oh, you're using up all my goddamn snaps. But now I have the leather chest and the snaps are in there. I know, yeah, they are expensive and shit. I gotta watch what I'm doing. I did try this, the rivets in one patch, but it didn't come out too great like I wanted it to. But I did put a rocker on my vest over a eagle saying American, so now it says Native American. And that's the thing I'm doing with my vest, putting on the native. Hell, I even had a guy come up to me out in Lincoln, Mass, asking me if I was with an Indian tribe group. I'm like, no, man, YouTube channel. But I'm thinking about doing leather work and maybe starting to make rockers. I mean, this patch, or this is just a sample of what I might do. Now, I am going to show stuff that I did in painting, like my vest. I mean, if anybody was to buy this stuff, You'd have to be careful with getting in and out of cars with your vest. But if you think about it and you do the paint, which I'll show you, it will last. It's just rubbing up against seats and stuff, right? Anything's gonna wear out after a while. But if you're just riding your bike, throw your vest on to, hang out and don't rub your back on nothing. The paint will last on leather for, a long damn time. And then later on, you can give it a little touch up here and there, but it lasts, I tell you. My vest, I've already had 2 years, I think. Oh, no, 1 year. Sorry, I did that during the pandemic. I think it's been a full year, and right, because I started that in April. So I have to look up on the videos, because I did do videos of the vest in, progress of being made. But I think I'm using something that was left over from my father, but it's too damn thick. I have been to the, where my father always shopped, and I'm starting to pick up there, is the Tandy leather. Now I got options like to do this, or to paint black and then put on white, or paint white and put on black, whatever makes whatever looks better for the logo. But I tried this out. It kind of came out sloppy, and this was done with a small surgical razor type looking thing, one of them hand razors you cut. This wasn't a good idea to use. You'd need more with this leather, the big razor, utility razor, but I didn't use that. But and like I said, even though the leather is more thicker, I was thinking about going to a lower grade leather, thinner leather, and then cut things out or paint, or let alone. I was just trying this out to see how this would look. Because if you would put and this is on my leather cap that I'm preparing to try and make a skull with wings that go across the sides. But I need a thinner leather, like I said. I mean, I might try using the leather I got, but it's the tracing the skull, and you get this little cutting tool that you use. It's like a thick pencil with a U on top of it, and you trace out your skull of what you want. And I unfortunately didn't get my father's books he had on leather, but Tandy has all that stuff in. I mean, I might be looking into doing some leather work, because I also seen that I can do, they got the books for saddlebags and stuff like that, but I wish I could have got the books he had now, or he had in the past. And the faces and stuff out of that, and the Indian stuff was in that, Native American, and I forgot to fucking grab it. I'm hoping my brother saved that, because I'd have to ask him about that. But I'm just wondering if anybody has a, the biker look. One guy there, Outback Outlaw, was thinking if he wanted some rockers, I could make them. But hell, he was even thinking about asking my cousin if he wanted some. But I don't know what he's doing with the amp he literally built by hand by himself. Yeah, my cousin's in a band and stuff, and I was thinking of asking him if he wanted some rockers made of like Andy's amps. See if you like that on the logo for a vest. Like I say, I'm trying to get some ideas, laying some stuff down here, and crafting some leather art. Hell, like I said, they got books of saddlebags, and putting the design on them and everything is what I want to do. And hell, purses, wallets. I was even thinking of making moccasins. My father was good with that. He used to make his own sandals. I have pictures of me when I was a kid that he made me sandals. I used to wear sandals all the time with socks, mind you. Always had a blast with them things, man. He made them nice. Actually, you still got a drawer full of friggin' buckles and stuff you use to put them on your feet. But, yeah, in his honor, man, and trying to keep my mind occupied these days. And I'm wanting to pick up something to do. I'm thinking of doing some, artwork on leather. And I'm selling it, But stuff like this, I'm trying to, make a pattern for the hats. Because I got these Gatsby hats. This is a Gatsby hat, and I'm wearing it right now. But when I bought it, it looks friggin' goofy on my head because it just looks plain, and I'm thinking, duh, I need to put a patch on this sucker. But, yeah, I gotta make something, so these are just trial stuff I'm practicing right now. So far, like my Terraful Sight vest, I mean, them were big rockers. I'm trying to, manage doing the little ones because them are more difficult. I actually just found some lettering that was cut out for wood, and the lettering I put on the leather to write out Metacom. I'll be putting that rocker on my vest for Chief Metacom of the King Philip War. Like I said, I'm doing a Native American, styled vest. I'm also going to write out Warrior on a rocker too. But I was looking at this X and I was thinking, what does this look like on this? Of course, I'll look up Rob Zombie with his X on his forehead and his sinister music. So if anybody looking into being a Rob Zombie fan, get a thing like this done up. It'd be pretty cool, and then put Rob Zombie on it somehow. But yeah, like I say, the smaller patches is what I'm trying to pattern and make so it looks good. Anyways, that's what I've been doing. I want to give a shout out to Sean out there in Delphi. Of course, he's been writing some comments on my page. I guess he's been throwing my name out there and he's thanking me. And I'd like to thank him for that. And of course, he claims his father is the Delphi murderer. And just have nothing but respect for the guy, because, if that guy is, and you can see how traumatized he could really be of being, in that predicament. But I just want to give a shout out to him, because he's been writing to me, and hell, shoot, maybe one day we can sit down and have a beer or shake a hand, or, because for anybody to have to be shot up in that case like that, if his father is the killer, I mean, hey, he might not be, but if he is, and you got relatives that, that's a tough life afterwards when people find out that your relative's a cold-blooded killer. But, salutes to you, my brother. But anyways, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing my, also my, Escape the Madman. I revealed what I made. And if anybody's seen the face roaming around in one of the videos, I made that. That is my artwork. So things like this is what I'm trying to accomplish. Hell, maybe even try to sell one day. But other than that, folks, till the next video, be safe, take care, always beware. And always, hopefully, y'all get enjoyable into some leather artwork. Pick some up off the side and let me know. Till the next video, folks. I hope this freaking video ain't sideways, so... My other phone literally shut down on me today, too. Another thing that happened. all day today. It's been going off on, off on, off on. And then stay on for a little while, then off on, off on. Oh man, I'm trying to get a phone. Of course, I bought my son a phone about 3-4 months ago. Go figure, they're saying the friggin' SIM card don't match up with the phone, and I bought it straight from Walmart, brand new. It's like, what the and I bought another, SIM card kit. Oh, that ain't compatible. You can't use that. I'm like, oh, great. I just spent $15 or $10. No, actually, I bought two friggin' cards, and I still can't use both cards on my friggin' phone. The phone I'm using right now was supposed to transfer over, but this one bought off eBay, and I don't know what people are doing. But every time I buy a friggin' phone off eBay, they keep the SIM card, and for what? What are you guys, idiots? You must be. Because I was told that them are the antenna for the, yeah, and if you even do keep the SIM card, you can't use it on another friggin' phone. It's like, what are you people doing? Talk about drive you nuts. And that's what I've been dealing with, too. Trying my phone friggin' screen cracked because I had it in my pocket. Then something else happened. I friggin' dropped it, and now it's all through the thing. And I think that's what's got to do with on, off today. And it's like, you mother puss bucket. Other than that, it's starting to rain out here, which it wasn't supposed to. Weatherman. Be safe, everybody. Now if I can shut this off. Ow.